For most of the Cold War, one of the greatest advantages a nation could possess was secrecy. Military planners hid missile bases, underground command centers, aircraft shelters, and nuclear infrastructure behind vast deserts, dense forests, and heavily guarded restricted zones. Discovering these facilities required billion-dollar reconnaissance satellites, classified intelligence programs, and highly trained analysts. Ordinary citizens never saw the images, and even many governments depended upon a handful of intelligence agencies for strategic information. That world is rapidly disappearing. Today, commercial satellites are changing the balance of global transparency, and nowhere is this transformation more significant than in the search for hidden intercontinental ballistic missile fields. Intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs, remain one of the foundations of nuclear deterrence. These missiles can travel thousands of miles in less than an hour while carrying nuclear warheads capable of devastating entire cities. Because they form part of a nation's strategic deterrent, governments traditionally go to extraordinary lengths to protect their locations, capabilities, and readiness. Secrecy has always been considered an essential component of national security. Historically, only a handful of countries possessed the technology necessary to monitor these facilities from space. During the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union operated highly classified reconnaissance satellites capable of photographing military installations across the globe. The imagery they collected was among the most closely guarded intelligence assets in existence. Today, however, commercial space companies are operating constellations of satellites capable of capturing images with extraordinary detail. What was once reserved for intelligence agencies is increasingly available to researchers, journalists, universities, and even members of the public. Modern commercial satellites can revisit the same location frequently, producing an evolving record of construction, excavation, transportation activity, and environmental change. While they do not match every classified capability available to governments, their resolution and coverage have improved dramatically over the past decade. Multiple companies now operate fleets of Earth observation satellites, providing imagery to customers worldwide. This shift has transformed open-source intelligence, often referred to as OSINT. Instead of relying solely on classified information, analysts now combine commercial satellite imagery with publicly available documents, social media, procurement records, scientific research, and geographic data. By connecting thousands of small pieces of information, they can often identify military developments that previously remained hidden. One of the clearest examples occurred in Western China. In 2021, independent analysts examining commercial satellite imagery identified what appeared to be large-scale construction projects deep within remote desert regions. Hundreds of circular excavation sites appeared across vast areas. As construction continued, the pattern became increasingly difficult to ignore. Analysts concluded these were likely new missile silo fields designed for China's expanding strategic nuclear forces. The discovery did not come from a government press release or an intelligence leak. It emerged from careful examination of commercially available imagery by independent experts. Within days, the findings became international news, prompting governments around the world to reassess the scale and pace of China's nuclear modernization. How were these facilities identified? The answer lies in pattern recognition rather than dramatic individual discoveries. Missile silos require extensive supporting infrastructure. Roads must be built. Concrete must be poured. Security perimeters appear. Power supplies, communications systems, ventilation structures and support buildings gradually emerge. Individually, each feature may appear ordinary. Together they reveal a consistent engineering pattern. Construction itself leaves detectable signatures. Newly disturbed earth changes color and texture. Fresh concrete reflects light differently from older structures. Heavy equipment creates transportation routes visible from orbit. Even temporary construction camps can provide clues about the scale of a project. By comparing images taken over weeks or months, analysts can observe facilities evolving stage by stage. Thermal sensing adds another layer of information. While many high-resolution thermal capabilities remain specialized, certain commercial satellites can detect temperature differences across landscapes. Changes in soil temperature, construction activity, industrial operations, and energy infrastructure sometimes provide additional clues about what may be occurring below the surface. Thermal information alone rarely proves the existence of a missile facility, but when combined with other evidence, it strengthens broader assessments. Artificial intelligence is accelerating this process even further. Modern machine learning systems can examine enormous collections of satellite images, automatically identifying unusual construction activity or changes in terrain. Instead of analysts manually inspecting every image, AI highlights areas requiring closer examination. This dramatically increases the speed at which potential military developments can be detected. Commercial satellite companies have also transformed revisit frequency. Instead of waiting weeks for another image, analysts may now receive updated observations within days or even hours, depending on the location and satellite constellation. This allows construction projects to be monitored almost continuously throughout their development. Governments have taken notice. Military planners increasingly recognize that large infrastructure projects are becoming much harder to conceal. Permanent missile silos, air bases, naval facilities, and logistics hubs all leave visible footprints. While underground components remain hidden, supporting infrastructure cannot simply disappear. This growing transparency creates new strategic questions. During the Cold War, uncertainty often formed part of nuclear deterrence. Opponents rarely possessed complete knowledge about one another's capabilities. Today, commercially available information reduces some of that uncertainty. Ironically, transparency itself may influence strategic stability. Some experts argue that increased visibility reduces the likelihood of miscalculation. If nations can independently verify military developments through open sources, misunderstandings may become less common. Others believe the opposite. Greater visibility may encourage faster arms competition as governments respond more quickly to newly discovered facilities. The relationship between commercial technology and national security is becoming increasingly complex. Companies launching satellites for agriculture, environmental monitoring, disaster response, and urban planning may also collect imagery valuable for military analysis. Their primary business is commercial, yet their products often carry strategic significance far beyond civilian markets. Private companies now possess capabilities once limited to superpowers. High-resolution imaging, synthetic aperture radar, multispectral sensors, and data analytics continue improving every year. Synthetic aperture radar is particularly valuable because it can observe the Earth's surface through clouds and during darkness, providing almost continuous monitoring regardless of weather conditions. Data fusion represents another important development. Analysts rarely rely on a single image. Instead, they combine optical imagery, radar observations, thermal information, digital elevation models, and historical archives into integrated assessments. Artificial intelligence then searches these combined datasets for anomalies and recurring patterns. The implications extend beyond missile silos. Commercial satellites now monitor naval shipyards, aircraft production facilities, military exercises, border activity, port construction, energy infrastructure, and transportation networks. Open source intelligence has become an increasingly important component of modern geopolitical analysis. None of this means governments have lost their intelligence advantages. Classified reconnaissance satellites remain significantly more capable in many respects. They possess higher resolutions, specialized sensors, secure tasking, and access to classified analytical systems unavailable commercially. However, the gap between public and classified capabilities has narrowed substantially. For military planners, concealment strategies are evolving. Mobility is becoming increasingly valuable. Mobile missile launchers, underground tunnels, hardened shelters, camouflage systems, and deception techniques all reduce dependence on fixed infrastructure visible from space. Future military systems may emphasize flexibility rather than permanent installations, precisely because fixed sites are easier to monitor. International diplomacy is adapting as well. Satellite imagery increasingly appears in public reports, academic studies, and international discussions about arms control. Rather than relying solely on classified briefings, governments can reference publicly available evidence during diplomatic negotiations. Independent analysts frequently verify or challenge official claims using the same commercial imagery available worldwide. This growing transparency may ultimately reshape nuclear deterrence itself. The ability to observe strategic infrastructure using commercially available technology introduces a new participant into global security. It is no longer only governments watching governments. Universities, research organizations, journalists, think tanks, and private citizens can now contribute meaningful analysis to questions once dominated exclusively by intelligence agencies. The result is a profound shift in the balance between secrecy and visibility. Hidden missile fields are becoming increasingly difficult to conceal completely. Construction leaves signatures. Infrastructure leaves patterns. Logistics leave evidence. Every satellite passing overhead contributes another piece to an increasingly detailed picture. The era when only superpowers could observe the world's most sensitive military installations is ending. Commercial satellites have transformed space into a platform not only for communication and navigation, but for global transparency. As imaging technology continues advancing, the relationship between intelligence, diplomacy, and strategic stability will continue evolving. In the 21st century, one of the most powerful forces shaping international security may no longer be the missile hidden beneath the ground, but the satellite quietly watching from above. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the forces shaping our future, be sure to explore our other documentaries examining the technologies redefining modern civilization. And if you want to keep exploring the biggest questions about science, power, and the future of humanity, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join us for the next journey into the unknown.